Okay, so first of all, thank you for these wonderful experiences that show us what we can do when our actions come from within and transform the world around us. So, in this brief moment, we would like to share an idea of what we can do locally with global implications. Changing the world begins with a personal or communitarian ecological conversion. The way to ecological conversion seems long and dark, but we shorten distances if we live every journey one step at a time. And instead of thinking about crossing the finish line, focusing on the next step is enough to start overcoming the inertia and begin to move. And inspiring words like those in Pope Francis Laudato Si first move something inside us. But the inner motion of greater awareness about what we have to do and why is not enough to translate this motion into action. How can we begin moving and give the first step? We would like to propose exploring the essentialist way, which means a way of living the essential. In the essentialist way, we do less but better. It's not about doing a lot of things, but the right things. The energy employed in all our activities is finite. Therefore, when we scatter this energy through multiple actions, there is little energy for every action. However, if we redirect our strength into one action, the one and next step, we have more energy to accomplish results. The essentialist way means living with intention instead of reaction. But to experience the essentialist way, we need a method like the Pathways Golden Circle. Now, the Pathways Golden Circle has 3 stages: learn, act, share. And the purpose of this method is to follow the journey from ideas to developing a new and more ecological culture. So, stage one is experiential learning. It begins with developing the skill of observation. In the experience of observing our surroundings, attention is vital because it connects us and sparks our curiosity when we notice new things. We can spend a lot of time watching videos of Cristiano Ronaldo scoring goals, but unless we start kicking the ball, we'll never learn how to score, right? But how can we start a hands-on experience? First, we need ideas. It's essential to spend time together, welcoming all our ideas, even if we know that we cannot turn them all into action. For this reason, we save them in our ideas chest, similar to a treasure chest. Ideas can be prayer moments, specific initiatives, long-term goals, but the suggestion is to orient them toward the 5 caring directions. So change, connect, imagine, reset, and impact. The way you care is the way you live, and how you care is in your hands. The second stage is all for one action. So it's a second stage in the Pathways Golden Circle that's related with ACT. And following the inverted pyramid image, where we're one for all, in this stage, we're all for one action as part of the essentialist way. But we may feel blocked by the overwhelming work some actions demand. Therefore, the suggestion is to start small. Small starts do not mean reducing the scope of our big ideas, but breaking them into small steps. So small your brain cannot refuse. And the best way to design these small steps is to express them as habits. Habits helps us build the resilience to keep on the path to fulfilling our big idea. Drawing a timeline for each small step is helpful when discerning the habits we need to develop for that one action. Finally, a condition for the next stage is to pause and evaluate what we have done, what we left undone, and why, and celebrate. Every action, no matter how small, is a cause for celebration. So, stage three is sharing to generate new experiences. With the advent of social media, sharing became too easy, running the risk of becoming too trivial. Thus, in the third stage, we share to generate new experiences, not to reach the highest number of likes or retweets, but to produce four effects that motivate new experiences in the pathway's golden circle. So, effect number one, consolidate. Whenever we properly share what we learn through our actions, we consolidate the experience to share the essentials and avoid losing the other in the details. Effect number two, commitment. We can share our ideas, but sharing experiences means living them, right? Every idea is a responsibility and moves us toward commitment. Effect number three, reciprocal learning. Sharing is always a two-way learning process. Others can learn from my experience as much as I learn from the experience of others. It means that sharing our experiences with others is a way to start reciprocal learning toward generating new experiences. And effect number four, joy and gratitude. Often our sharing touches the other in ways we don't expect. Therefore, when we receive feedback, we experience the joy of what we lived and we experience gratitude. So, what is the next step? Marina, can you help me with this question?
Ciao Miguel, grazie
Hi,
mille.
Miguel. Thank you so much for everything that you said. Thank you.
Adesso io parlo in italiano.
Now, I will speak in
Allora,
Italian.
riassumendo tutto
So,
che Miguel ha
how to
detto,
sum up what Miguel says,
facciamo questa domanda.
we will ask
Come
this question.
attuare il
How
ciclo
then
vicolo?
to implement the pathways
Come
golden
possiamo
circle?
attuare?
How can we
Usiamo questa
how can we put
metodologia
this into
simile.
practice? We learn this method.
Learn, che vuol dire
Learn, act,
imparare.
share. Learning,
Iniziamo
which means
osservando
see
noi
learning.
stessi.
Let's start by looking around
Nella
and
realtà,
by letting ourselves be challenged by the reality that surrounds us.
cominciamo con questa domanda.
We start with
Qual
this
è quello
question.
che richiede la mia
What do I
attenzione?
see that
Cosa
requires
fare?
my care? What can I do?
Cerco le altre
I'm
persone
looking for
con
other
cui si può
people
condividere
to
questo
share
impegno
a
per la mia
commitment with,
cura.
this commitment to
Mettiamo
take care.
insieme e
We get
tiriamo
together
fuori tutte le
and
idee
we
che ci
come up with
vengono.
all of the ideas that come to us.
Scegliamo insieme una singola
Then
azione.
together we choose a single action.
Dopo andiamo a agire.
And from there we go to act.
Fissiamo l'obiettivo,
Once the goal
individuiamo il
has been
cammino da
set,
fare
we
e lo
identify the path
suddivisiamo in
to
piccoli
take and
passi.
divide it into small steps.
Creiamo una linea temporale
Let's create a
fissa i
timeline
tempi
that fixes
di
the
ciascun
times of
piccoli
each
passi.
small step.
Quindi iniziamo a
So
fare
then
l'azione
we start
prefissata.
doing the intended action.
Alla fine
And in the end,
dell'azione valutiamo il
we evaluate the
risultato
results of this action
e
and celebrate
celebриamo
the
anche
experience
esperienze
lived
vincenti insieme.
together.
Dopo facciamo
And
una
then we share.
revisione di questa azione
We
consciente.
share this
Non
action.
dimentichiamo mai
Let's
di
not
condividere i
forget
nostri
to share our
successi
experiences
attraverso il nostro
through
sito
the unitedworldproject.org
unitedworldproject.org.
site.
E la condivisione
Sharing
parte
generates
è altrettanto
consolidation
valido. Abbiamo vissuto
of what we have learned,
così si
of what we have
consolida
lived,
tutto che abbiamo
is
vissuto,
our
questo
commitment
impegno,
and our
e
mutual
così
living.
abbiamo un profondamento
Excuse me,
finito.
our mutual learning.
La nostra condivisione
Once the action
agli
is
altri, quando
finished,
riceviamo un
it is useful to share it and
Abbiamo conquistato così gli altri.
with others,
Alla fine di tutto,
because
questo è
and
motivo di
finally
gioia
you
e
can
gratitudine.
dedicate a moment of celebration to share, to celebrate the goal achieved and the shared experience.